Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another weekly gaming news show where I talk about the latest news in the gaming industry. I did a video a few days ago going over other news because there was so much to go over this week and I just couldn't fit it into one video. So I'll have that link in the description below if you want to go and check that out. But for today, let's go over all of the other stuff that happened in the news. So let's get into it. So on January 11th, which was last Thursday, Nintendo finally had a Nintendo Direct. It was a Nintendo Direct Mini. It was only about 15 minutes long, but they went over a bunch of stuff, went over a bunch of new games coming out, huge announcements, basically capping it off with Dead Souls Remastered coming out for the Nintendo Switch. And I did a reaction video. If you want to see everything that occurred in that Nintendo Direct, make sure to watch that video. The link for that will be in the description below. But basically, what this Nintendo Direct did was get people even more excited for 2018, even though we already knew that the year was going to be great for the Nintendo Switch. So last year in Japan, a Detective Pikachu game was released. This game is basically a game where you work with a talking Pikachu and you go around to solve mysteries and you do investigations. In North America and Europe, we had no idea when we were going to get it, but it has finally been announced that we will be receiving the Detective Pikachu game for the Nintendo 3DS on March 23rd, 2018. Alongside that release, we will also be getting a large Detective Pikachu amiibo, and what this amiibo will do in the game is unlock short videos that may contain helpful hints for your investigation. If you can't wait until March 23rd to get your hands on Pikachu related gaming items, then you can get a new Nintendo 2DS XL that will be coming out on January 26th. It will be $160 and it will be Pikachu themed, so keep your eyes open for that. So Assassin's Creed Rogue is getting a remaster and it will be released for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Assassin's Creed Rogue originally came out in 2014 and this was for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. It released alongside Assassin's Creed Unity, which came out for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. It was a completely different game, but it was upgraded for the next gen specification. So if you had already upgraded to the PS4 or the Xbox One, there's a high chance you didn't get to experience this Assassin's Creed Rogue game. But now, if you are interested in it, you will be able to experience it on March 20th for the PS4 and for the Xbox One. With this release, you will get all the DLC content, all of the weapon packs, and a new outfit for your character to wear. And these games will be fully upgradable to be played in 4K on the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro. So like I said, this launches March 20th. Keep your eyes open for that. So as we know, with the big switch over to digital and downloading games instead of going out to buy the physical games, Activision Blizzard has closed down their distribution center in the United States. This distribution center is located in Fresno, California. However, Activision has said that they aren't closing it because of the increase in digital sales. They're just trying to consolidate everything, and they're going to have a third party who is going to be taking over that warehouse to deal with the distribution center. As we all know, PlayerUnknown's Battleground is a massive game on PC, and it is now becoming a massive game on the Xbox One. It was released on December 12th. It had a lot of problems with it, lots of glitches, people were really complaining about the frame rate, and the game overall just didn't look good. But it has already hit over 3 million users on the game, so it looks like this game is going to be just as popular on the Xbox One as it was on PC. And they're releasing updates for it. They are fixing some of the problems, so that's a good thing. But you have nothing to worry about if you want to pick it up on the Xbox One because the community and the player base is already huge. So Xbox is already starting to test out new features that they will be rolling out to everybody in 2018. Right now, if you're in the Xbox Insiders program, you have an ability to try out these features. So I'm just going to go over what exactly they are. So there will be an upgrade to achievements, and basically what this upgrade will allow you to do is be able to track all the progress of your achievements that you have currently finished and ones that you are currently working on. You'll be able to sort them across all games on a single screen, and if you want to attempt to get that achievement, you can launch the game that it's for right from the next achievement screen. So this is really cool. Achievements are people that you play the game for in order to achieve and feel that you've accomplished something, and they increase your gamer score. So it's really awesome that they're creating something to allow us to be able to sort through our achievements easier and not have to go to each single game to see the achievements that we have done. There will be a new mini games hub that will be accessed right through the Xbox guide. So when you hit the Xbox button and the guide comes out, you won't have to suspend your game or pause your game in order to access it. And in this mini games hub, you will be able to see what your friends are playing. You will be able to see community stuff. You will be able to easily send invites, and I think it will just be a big upgrade on going to your games library to see what everybody is doing and going to your friends list. So this will be an upgrade to the games hub that is currently right now available on the Xbox One. There will be an update to the community feed coming, and basically all it is it is improving the comment system. So the comments will now be showed for most recent, and if you want to view something in the community feed in full screen, you will now be able to still see comments at the bottom of the screen rather than having to exit the full screen to see them. There will be new startup options coming. So right now your Xbox will shut down automatically after 1 hour of inactivity or 6 hours of inactivity, but now they're adding the ability to select between 2, 4, and 5 hours as well for your Xbox to shut off if it has been inactive. There will be a new schedule to themes coming out that will change from light to dark themes depending on the time of day. So those are all your upgrades right now that are being tested out for the Xbox One. So Hori is releasing a PlayStation 4 controller that is ergonomically shaped like an Xbox 360 controller. This will be available on January 15th. The only thing that I see about this controller which I dislike, because overall I like the feel of the Xbox controller much more than the PlayStation controller. However, this Hori controller for the PS4 doesn't have the built-in speaker that the PlayStation 4 controller has, and it doesn't seem to have a headphone jack, which is quite unfortunate because I think a lot of people are going to pass up on it because of that. But if you love the Xbox controller way more than the PlayStation controller and you just want to use that for every single console, that shape, you will be able to get it for the PS4 on January 15th. So Nintendo of France's Philippe Lavoie had an interview with Les Numériques, and he talked about 4K gaming and VR gaming, and said that Nintendo is still not currently looking and probably won't be looking to participate in those two segments. Here is exactly what he had to say. If you look at VR headsets, I doubt they can appeal to the mainstream. Consumers are not patient with entertainment if you are not able to deliver an all-inclusive package. As far as 4K is concerned, is it useful to invest in a technology that has not been adopted by the majority? Where are 4K TVs now? Is it a good idea to invest in a technology before consumers do? We can't invest in everything, and what novelty will we bring compared to our competitors? If we do the exact same thing than everyone else, we're bound to die because we are smaller than them. With the Switch, we offer different uses, adapted to players' pace of life. Its advantage is being able to fit into your daily life. Now, after reading this, my first thought was he's only saying this because he knows full well that the Nintendo Switch is not capable of being a good VR gaming console. You won't be able to get a VR headset like the PS4 to attach to it because it just isn't powerful enough. And with 4K, again, it just isn't powerful enough, so it won't support it. So obviously people at Nintendo are going to say that they're just novelties, there's not enough adoption rate yet, because if you look at the statistics, the adoption rate for 4K TVs is increasing every year by a lot. More and more people are getting 4K TVs, and they're coming down in price, so they're a lot more accessible to a lot of people. When you look at VR, I mean, the PlayStation VR has sold over 2 million units worldwide, and I mean, that's not a huge number worldwide, but it is still a pretty good adoption rate. And if you continue to look at VR headsets, yes, some of them are very cumbersome with all of the wires that are attached to it. However, they are continuing to advance, and as I showed off in my previous video, the HTC Vive Pro is coming out, and it is going to be a wireless VR headset, and it's going to have 4K display. So VR continues to grow. People are adopting it. I personally don't think it is just a novelty that will go away. I think after you've tried VR, you really understand how amazing it is. So further to VR, here is a chart showing forecast unit shipments of virtual reality head-mounted displays worldwide from 2016 to 2018 and in 2021. So these are in millions of units, and as you can see here, 2016 there was 16.09 million, 2017 22.01, 2018 forecasted to be 28.28, and 2021 67.17. Now, I'm not saying this is exact or this is exactly what's going to happen, but I mean, there are so many different levels of VR headsets out there today. And even if the Nintendo Switch had a VR headset on its console, you wouldn't really be able to game on it, so it is kind of useless for it. So obviously Nintendo, when we talk about VR, when we talk about 4K, since the console can't do it, they're going to say things like, he had said to Le Numérique, because at the same time, although these things aren't fully adopted by the entire market right now, they're definitely steadily increasing year over year, and they definitely, I think personally, will be fully adopted and will become mainstream. Now, he is correct about the Nintendo Switch having different abilities for your daily life, because you can take it on the go and you can plug it into your TV. And I have to agree, that's what sets it apart from everything else, and obviously that strategy is working because it is selling so well. But in the future, Nintendo will have to adopt 4K gaming and will eventually have to adopt HDR. But this is what Nintendo does all the time. They always release their consoles to be underpowered compared to the competition, and they focus on how that console can differentiate itself from the competitors and on the games. And I think what they're doing with the Nintendo Switch is good, because I absolutely love it. I have nothing to complain about it. So this week's cheap game of the week is Graceful Explosion Machine, and it is an arena shoot 'em up style of game where you play as a spaceship shooting a variety of different enemies, some of them that charge you, some that just fly around, and some that shoot weapons at you. You have 4 different attacks that you can use in each level. There's over 30 levels and 4 different worlds. And the goal of the game is to just destroy all the enemies and get as high score as possible when destroying these enemies. Now, I have to admit, I've been playing this game non-stop for the last few days, and I absolutely love it. It's some of the most just mindless, quick-paced action fun that I've had in a long time. This game is only $8.99 if you buy it through the eShop on the Nintendo Switch, and I would highly recommend checking this game out. It is extremely fun, and I'll probably be doing a review on this game, so keep an eye out for that. But if you haven't tried it yet, definitely give it a try if you like those arcade shoot 'em ups. So that's your news. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, leave a comment down below about what you think about any of these things, and I'll catch you in the next video.